you.
Hey, Mr. Hoffman.
Yay.
How nice.
All right.
I was just looking in a cocktail book today for some inspiration. I see something called the Hoffman House. Like, really? It sounds fancy.
Oh, yeah.
I think it was just a modified martini. I know. You'll get these fancy recipes and you're like, that's it? Wow. Okay.
I had a college roommate whose last name was Hoffman, and her family owned Hoff's Hut.
Hoff's Hut?
In L.A.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
What did Hoff's Hut do?
It was a restaurant.
Restaurant.
Yep.
Okay. Kind of a casual dining.
All right, good. We're live on YouTube.
Casual dining or fancy
Hello,
schmancy?
YouTube people.
Hey there.
It was casual.
Casual? Okay. That kind of
Hi, Mom.
and Julie.
Quattro de Mayo.
Quattro.
And hi, Julie. Good to see you. Yay.
Oh, you're so ready.
Ready for some
Yep.
relaxing? Yeah, me too.
Now I'm mentioning this and Michael's interested. I hate to leave you immediately, but I gotta go check this out. What the hell was I talking about?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I already forgot.
Oh, I forgot. The Hoffman House.
Oh, I wonder if it's the same. Hi, Alan and Elizabeth. Good to see you.
Let's consult some biblical guides here. Are they that old? No, I mean guides that are like the Bibles of the biz here.
The Bibles of booze.
Bibles of booze. We have the Hoffman House. There we go. It was this book. This is the Esquire Drink Book. Not to be confused with the Esquire Book of Parties. Not to be confused
Eric.
with the Esquire
Good
Book
to
for
see you.
Handbook for Hosts, published around the same time. 1949 or 51 on this is what it is. So it's definitely within that period where, first of all, you're starting to see a lot of vodka drinks.
Hi,
also
Lisa.
a lot of old fashions. So the Hoffman House in here, let me find the right page.
And hello, Errol.
I'm not going to make it, but I can tell you what's in it. So this actually saying it is...
We're already off topic.
2 dashes orange bitters, 1/3 French vermouth, 2/3 gin. Squeeze lemon peel on top. That's a martini.
It's a martini.
I was right.
Orange bitters.
In fact, a classic martini involves orange bitters.
Praise the cork.
It's a 2-to-1 martini. They call it...
I love that, Eric.
You're claiming this? Gentlemen, please.
Praise the cork.
So anyway.
Yay.
Now, if you happen to like a martini, we do. I would make it a little drier.
2 at the most.
I would certainly, 3 under the table, 4 I don't remember. And
Ellen waits for her martini.
For a martini.
Damn right.
Okay, keeps waiting.
Damn right.
I would put about 3 to 5 olives in that sucker. I would use the orange bitters. She would not. I would use the lemon peel. I like that. I use that plus the olives. It's okay.
I love a lemon peel, but not in a martini.
2 in the most. 0 in a martini. None in a martini. So that's
we got
that.
Lisa on both platforms.
You see, you can go to your local bar and say, "I'd like a Hoffman House, please." What? 2-to-1 martini. Throw in a peel. Oh, okay. Well,
They'd probably be like, I can't do that.
Oh, I can't do that. That's a martini.
Oh my gosh, I already
Of course
have
you
to
can do a martini.
sneeze.
Ready? La 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 la.
My allergies are going nuts.
It's all of those trees across the street there that are reproducing like mad these days. A lot of CO2 in the air,
Perhaps
which tends to drive that. You take care of that, will you?
I don't know.
I'll vamp for the folks.
I'll see.
See what's what.
Andy Warhol's steam martini lunch.
It reminded me of the,
allergies.
what was it, the 6 martini lunch on Mad Men that ended badly. But
oh, yeah.
those
well, which one?
Pretty hard drinking show, shall we say, which reflects what for some was a pretty hard drinking era. Well, we're actually going to use some things from that era today. We were talking about something involving balls, and I said, we have these ball glasses.
I'm not using cocktail glasses
and
this
what do you
evening.
know? We just happen to
using
have
ball glasses.
Just happen to have Don Draper's cocktail set from his office. Now, this is really more of a mixed drink kind of thing, but you can certainly make something that's a cocktail. Oh, inside here, I'm pre-soaking. I'm infusing. I'm making a rye drink. So I've got my shot.
I know what you're
doing. And I got that long lemon there, and I'm letting that lemon essence come out of there.
Peter says a cocktail will clear up your allergies. Let's find out, shall we? Let's see.
How many times have we mentioned the Bourbon Stone Sour? Well, this is
I
not a
happen
variation,
to be making a bourbon drink.
How about that?
First.
Would you like to grace us with such things?
Yes. I'm just, I think I'm trying to decide blue glass, pink. I'm going to save the pink glass for the second round. So, I thought this sounded very comforting. I'm calling this one the Bourbon Ball.
The Bourbon Ball.
Hi, Gettysburg, ma'am.
Hey, ma'am. Hello,
and
Johnny.
hi, Johnny.
Good evening, Pool. Yes.
Did I inspire you using those glasses because of what I said last week? Did you?
Perhaps.
Oh, okay. Paul was like, we could use the ball glasses. Well, I'm calling this one Bourbon Ball.
She starts out with something called Bourbon Ball. I said, she's
we are going to have a ball tonight, Lisa.
wondering about the glass one. I'm like, what about the ball-shaped glasses? Boom, there we go. We don't use these too much. They're really cool. They fit the hand very nicely. They are kind of a heavy base on them without being really, really, a workout. And it's a really great old-fashioned glass. You want to make an old-fashioned cocktail? That's your guy. Right. You want to make a Manhattan on a rock? That's your guy. You want to make a Martini on the rocks? That's your guy.
All right. So the Bourbon Ball. I'm going to use that pony and shot.
Oh, yes. Why don't you?
Thank you.
Hey, that's what it's
all right.
for.
So I am starting with 2 ounces of bourbon.
Well, you happen to have that right there.
I do.
The reputable wild turkey shall provide. Okay. Get rid of my noisemaker. There we go. We've achieved our goal. Well, our first goal, we're alive.
2 ounces bourbon.
Mm-hmm. Notice how 2 ounces goes in there and just looks right. And it doesn't look skimpy. It's like, no, that's a real drink already.
Well, I hope there's enough room for all my ingredients. Now that I'm looking at it.
Pardon me. Got a bunch of stuff going on in there.
Oh, we'll find out. Okay,
but definitely.
All right.
Half ounce of the Giffard Vanille de Madagascar.
Okay, yeah. You know what? You can go back to comments.
Vanille.
I got this.
If you got this going on.
I have it memorized.
I'm going to move this over to give you a little bit of room there.
So I'm going to do a half ounce of vanilla liqueur. I'm using Giffard Vanille de Madagascar. And then I'm going to, it's going to be a photo finish.
Listen to the orb.
I'm going to do a half ounce of the Rockies botanical liqueur that we got last week.
Which we featured last week, and you've made a bunch of stuff with. And, that was really great. And at the end of the evening, I was like, I'm feeling very upright. It's like, I feel like I've had some drinks. I don't feel like, wow, I am plastered. It did well, And if you're actually making, sometimes we'll do 4 in a row, and I think those were all pretty strong. Yeah, that's a pretty good prelude to, like, I'm gone for the evening.
And 3/4 of an ounce fresh lemon juice.
At least on 2 platforms. Hey, smart gal. Just in case one of these conks out, and thank you for a view on both. Much appreciated. There are comments happening both of these platforms, the YouTube and the Facebook folks. If you're wondering, hey, who was that comment? Other platform. Feel free to drop on both of them. Feel free to throw our video onto your 50-inch TV screen. Sounds terrifying, I know. But only for us.
5 dashes cocoa bitters.
Oh, yes.
And
Angus syrup. Very nice.
5 dashes of the Fee Brothers toasted almond bitters.
Wow. So chocolate almond going on here. That does sound very comforting.
Doesn't it?
And it sounds like a bourbon ball.
All right.
It's got that sound to it.
Grab
a stir stick.
A stir stick and a straw.
Yeah, Lisa, now in stereo. I need to have a second screen here, and then it's just like, what?
Okay.
Big fun.
Whoa. All right.
Maybe not that stir stick.
Swizzle stick's a little big for this glass.
It's a little top heavy 4.
Thank you.
And the glass is a little short, so.
But I did say garnish with
a bourbon ball.
Bourbon Ball.
Now, how's that bourbon ball doing?
It doesn't want to stay.
Pretty tippy?
You know what you could do? Oh, I know what you could do. You can put it in a straw.
Put it into your straw?
And then use a different straw. There we go.
Does that want to stay?
Yeah, it's staying.
Wants to stay.
But I'm going to take it out because
I'm going to take it out.
You saw it was cute.
It was displayed. That's the point.
Let's get rid of it.
Garni has happened. And boom. And so there we have the bourbon ball. You know, it reminds me there's something called the bocce ball. Which actually involves amaretto and a few other things. Probably quite similar.
That's one of those that they taught you in bartender school. I really do have to sneeze now. Pardon me.
Yeah, please. I'll talk about this. This is quite good. This is a nice thing. Gesundheit to you. Salud, as they say, or also salud, as they say. Ein Prosit. To your health.
Dang.
Cheers. Try that again.
Dang.
That is a really nice bourbon sour. Some different notes going on.
There's none left. It's half gone.
Good grief, what happened? Does remind me a bit, only slightly, of a bourbon stone sour. There's different things going on in there. Oh, right.
Same stereo effect when she's getting on to me for tracking mud in the house. Aww. 3, 2, 1.
Yep.
Hey, would you give me some spray, please?
I would be glad to. The spray and spraying the rag. There we go. Done. We solve that problem by being shoeless in the house. We don't insist on that for guests because, hey, certainly not at a party. It's like, I have no place to put all those shoes. But for us, it cuts down on the amount of grit that comes in, and it does help. So, and I'm good with it.
Skull, Peter says. Yeah.
Yeah, of course it's skull. Good ice in it.
Bottoms up. Errol says Errol and Lisa are a sitcom waiting to happen.
Well, some viewers here may actually be a script.
Hi, Jen Lynn.
A script in the making.
See you.
Shall we say? Yes, hello.
Yay.
Fabuloso.
Right.
We're talking about comforting things. That's awfully comforting. And you get the bourbon ball that it comes with. That's a very nice thing.
That's comforting, too.
That's a very nice thing. There's a whole concept, if you have those at the office, somebody's like, oh, none for me, I'll get drunk. And I think, how many of those are you going to have before you would actually be getting tipsy? You'd be...
Well, I guess it depends on how trained your liver is.
I think you'd be seeing them again before you actually got, schnockered on bourbon balls.
Bourbon balls.
Balls.
I thought you meant drinks.
No, drinks? Oh, no, drinks will get you there. Yeah. I'm talking about the bourbon balls. Yeah.
I'm up to speed.
It's those folks who will have the chocolate cherries. Oh, there's liquor in there? Oh, I don't know. It's like, there's not much liquor in there. People, please. Seriously. Oh, I'm feeling tipsy. Yeah, right. The things people do.
Not going on the road with it.
Roadshow.
Hi, Elizabeth.
Hello, Elizabeth.
Oh, good. Elizabeth and hubby. Good to see you both.
Hubby tubing.
Yay.
Excellent. Glad to see you. Tubing made me think that you're in large life rings and you're cruising down the river. It's like, if it's a nice warm river, that sounds great right now. That would be very comforting to me.
That would be relaxing.
Yeah,
too.
I hope that you get a chance to do that sometime. We actually did that once on a very slow-moving river, and I just thought, this is exactly where life needs to be. You're talking about U-tubing.
Lazy river.
Or perhaps even very large screen tubing, and that's awesome. I'm glad that you could do that. So, anyway, I guess you got yours. I got to get mine. Well, so what did I do here? let me just take a look at my instrucciones.
Enjoying it.
You were asking, could you take a look and see if there are any, Mother's Day cocktails? Because isn't that coming up on Sunday?
Yes.
So I said, sure, let's find something. I'm like, well, look, one of these venerable books, I have several over here, say, good old Mr. B, is going to have a Mother's Day cocktail, or mom, or good old mom, or something like that. Not a chance.
Oh,
There's not a single thing for mother.
Did you look at Bar Guide?
I didn't look at Bar Guide. I really should have,
There's I'm going to go get Bar Guide.
Go get Bar Guide and we'll check that out.
And
I would prefer to be totally wrong that there was nothing historical that's a cocktail for mom. Nobody thought of cocktails for mom? My mother doesn't drink? Really? Not the mothers I've known. A lot of mothers could use one with all you kids out there on my lawn. Get off. So... I looked around. The best I could do was mother's milk, which didn't look good. And I said, that's not quite right. So I said, screw it. I'll have to invent something. So I came up with something I'm calling One for Mother. I think I'm borrowing that from a Frank Zappa lyric, or just an aside on an album. Starts out with 2 ounces of rye. I've got it in the glass already. One of these fine ball glasses here. Nice spherical old-fashioned, very Don Draper. And I'm garnishing that with a very large lemon peel. I've already put that in there. So that's been infusing for a good 15 minutes or so. And...
just dash cam your interactions and edit where necessary.
Yeah.
Oh, a nice Chardonnay for mom.
Chardonnay for mom.
Margarita for this mom.
Yeah.
Can do.
She very much enjoys a Margarita.
Oh, Peter likes rum cake.
Hello. Well, there you go. There's also black cake, which is a rum
cake. Chardonnay
cake.
And margaritas are both
there we go.
Excellent choices.
Moment, please. I'm taking a look at what I'm doing here.
Go ahead. I'm going to see if I can find any mom cocktails in Bar Guide.
See what you can find in the old Bar Guide.
All right.
So again, 2 ounces of rye. Now, we actually, a venerable lady left us recently, and we happened to attend the services, and found out from the son that, my mother actually happened to enjoy Manhattan.
That's so funny, because I'm looking at Manhattan
cocktail.
Now.
Hello. I thought, that's not the sort of thing that you would think a lot of ladies reaching for these days, but she was a gal of a certain era. Who would have thought a real cocktail, like a real chest hair cocktail? There's a gal with hair on her chest. So I thought, rye, 2 ounces of rye. It's a good 90 proof stuff, so we're not kidding here. I've already got the lemon peel infusing because I wanted to get that flavor going on. That flavor is going on. And I happen to have in here 1 large cube. This is a built-in glass kind of deal. Now, you know what? I'm going to actually extract that peel and and drop it on top now.
Nothing yet.
There we go. Peel on top. Now, we can just let that start to get cold. But in the meantime, let's pour over that ½ ounce of, I thought something like very, you know, motherly. What would Mom do? Mom would make cookies. How about the biscotti liqueur? So here we go.
Mom would make cookies.
Mom would make cookies.
Good one.
Yeah, well, my mother did. So I happen to have a ½ ounce measure right here. This is the Faretti Biscotti Fonsi. That's very alliterative, actually. And that's a ½ ounce worth of that. This actually tastes just like those, just like those little almond cookies that you get at Sextoladoro. Very nice stuff. Fairly low proof. It's a nice liquor. And I think I said ½ ounce of lemon to balance that out. And at that point, you've already got a really nice sour. Yeah. I bet.
I spoke too soon.
Now wait. There was something. I should have checked bar guide, yeah? Gonna give that a swirl.
We could make this.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, there are two.
My, oh, my.
I should never doubt myself. Are
Well,
you done looking at your recipe?
I am not.
I want to go back to the comments.
Hold on, please. We'll get the comments in a second. So I'm going to try this. That is already a really nice sour. I wanted to add a few more notes to it. So I'm going to go with some bitters. And the bitters, tall bottle bitters, Cynar. 2 dashes, which from this bottle is going to look more like... Yep, that's 2 dashes. And 2 dashes of Grand Marnier. I thought, how about a really nice round orange flavor going in there?
Has that even been opened yet?
Nope. Fresh bottle of Marnier. What a nice idea. This is a really class-packed orange liqueur, of course. If you take a look at the store...
Hi, Tom. Happy birthday.
Hey, Tom. Absolutely there.
The white port lemon juice.
WPLJ, baby. W is the wine, the P is the port.
There's
the L is the lemon, the J is the juice.
There's maple liqueur.
Yes, there is.
Yeah, there's maple liqueur.
Yep.
We've also had, someone gave us a bottle of maple vodka.
Maple vodka. Maple, it was Canadian.
From Canada, yeah.
Of course, eh?
Hi, Ryan. Good to see you.
Just a minute, please. And then 2 dashes of the Marnier, and that's going to look like this, too. Boop, boop, boop. There we go.
Glendora would be prouder.
You can certainly, if you do not have a bottle of Marnier, if you price it, you'll go, wow, okay, it's a bit dear. Worth it. This one is definitely unique among the orange liqueurs. You can drink it straight. I think it's 80 proof. I'm going to give this a good swirl.
I do want to try
to combine.
This.
Is there anything else in this thing? Did I put anything else? Or was it? We're right down to the lemon peel. Combine an old-fashioned glass with ice, garnish with lemon peel. Now again, I started by soaking the lemon peel because I wanted a lot of that essence out of there. I just punched that with the Marnier because that has a very like orange peel flavor to it. Very intense kind of thing. The Cynar is going to give it those bitters, so you actually have a cocktail in here. This has become cold.
It has become cold. He has encoldened it.
I've encoldened it. Give that a try. Oh, let's see. And I say that's a very nice thing. It's a very nice, rounded flavor.
Oh, that's good. I like that. Yeah.
Rye sour.
All right.
You can probably find a lot of similar things in the classic guides. You're holding one of them.
Oh, Ryan says lots of folks here enjoy maple whiskey. Yep. Well,
there we go.
We enjoyed it.
There you go.
No, Errol says, I love the YouTube video where the mom is giving the kids juice boxes and says, Mommy's got one too. It's box one. Yeah.
You know, there's a whole sort of concept out there that like mothers don't do drinks or anything. Oh no, I have to take care of the kids. I think you take care of the kids, you're going to want that glass of wine.
Does anyone remember the episode of Sex and the City where they were just full on smoking dope?
With the kids?
Well, they weren't with the kids.
No,
but the mothers were just like hiding out in the tray house smoking a joint.
Yeah, you know, I could see the mothers.
This would be a good winter drink, Eric.
Yeah, excellent winter drink. We got the tail end of things happening here. It's still chilly here today.
Yeah.
Although days ago it was really, really warm, like low 70s here. Felt pretty hot in the car.
Nice.
So, you know, that was a good day to do some outside work. We did. And subsequently it's been fairly clammy. Well, it's like that.
No, yesterday was nice.
Yesterday was kind of nice. But this is a good one. Definitely worth it. I recommend the Biscotti Famosi. It's a really nice flavor. Should be able to get that fine.
Hi, Cynthia. Good to see you. Cynthia says, my mother could outdrink or smoke me till the very end. See?
You know.
Peter says, Grand Marnier is very nice on the rocks by itself. Yes, it is.
The bottle itself, I believe, says so. They just enjoy it straight. Put it over a rock or two just to get it cold and Take it up. It is, I think, higher proof. So it's kind of like a pre-mixed old-fashioned with a very round orange flavor. I mean, your base liquor is already at 80 proof, and you've added some orange flavor to it. Throw a twist in there, or just a little bit of lemon, balance it out, boom, done.
Gray all day. It's been gray all day here, too.
Oh, yeah. Kind of great.
It's been really nice, so I can't complain. Today was a little chilly, but whatever. It's spring. What do you expect?
Got pancakes.
Oh, champagne. It's always my go-to mom drink. That's a good one.
I don't think we ever want to be without bubbles on a Friday around here. That's non-negotiable. Got to have a bottle. We got a 750. We're going to kill it. And the fact is, we usually start with kind of a straight up thing like a sidecar. That's kind of a go-to.
We call Friday happy hour.
Happy hour.
Which I know sounds hilarious because this is happy hour.
Here we are with happy hour, but
happy hour started when it's been at least 20 years. Because we started in New Rochelle.
Did we do it before then?
No, I remember starting it. Well, I'll talk about when we started our happy hour
tradition.
Our happy hour tradition. But first I got to share. Okay, so the bar guide
actually delivered some mom drinks, eh?
So there's one called the Matriarch. And then there's one called A Mother Knows Best.
A Mother Knows Best.
So the Matriarch doesn't sound bad. That's a dash of curacao, a dash essence of mint.
I don't even know what the hell they're talking about.
Let's just go out and
liquor.
Cut some mint.
Cut some mint and bruise it a little.
Yeah, bruise it
get
in
the
flavor
glass. In there.
Okay, and
the
then
hell are they talking
a jigger
about
French vermouth. So it's basically wine. I'm gonna sneeze again with curacao and mint. Pardon me.
There we go. So like the vermouth. So like really like a flavored wine, the infused wine. The curacao for some flavor to it, just orange flavor, and then the mint flavor. Okay, I would try it.
Allergies are no joke.
Stir well, cracked ice strain, serve with twist of orange peel.
Hi, Amy. Okay. Good to see you here.
And of course, they have like a little zinger there. It's easy to find Grandma's glasses. She leaves them where she empties them.
Oh, wow. Hi, Eric Tiki. Oh, Fred and I say hi, make us a drinky. Okay. Can do.
Anyway.
Eric says, I've got allergies like crazy. I've been looking at my footage from the storm that passed here yesterday. I'm kicking myself for not leaving the one camera on to capture that intense lightning strike. I know, but how are you going to know?
You're not going to know. Really, you just have to
It doesn't have to be Friday here.
Let it rip.
Errol, I like the cut of your jib.
Hey, you know, Errol's got it going on. He has perception.
Listen, please.
1, 2, 3.
Oh.
Of course, I got the number of it before.
Okay, hold on.
That.
Okay, so so we read The Matriarch. Did you read Mother Knows Best?
I did not read Mother Knows Best. A Mother Knows Best is what it's literally calling itself.
Well, it's not terrible, but this is some of their drink. A Mother Knows Best is 1 part French vermouth, 1 part Italian vermouth.
Stir well with ice and strain. Fill with soda water. Orange peel on top. That's also some stock vermouth. On the bottle of stock, it calls it a stock merger because it's the French and the Italian. Cute. Well, this is cute too. I'm also thinking to myself, watered down vermouth. I'm not making that one.
but it's an idea.
Somebody thought that was a good idea.
I took drugs. Why do I
sneezy? Because a bunch of crap in the air is why, you know. And I would say all over the East Coast that's happening, and you might even be in more of a desert climate, and it's still happening. And I bet we have outrageous weather patterns happening all around the nation. So here we go. Hi, Amy.
Like, I took drugs.
Yeah, I took my medication.
I took drugs.
Anyway, I said hi to Amy. Because.
Well, I'm glad.
Yes, because. We just saw Amy recently in person. Hey, isn't that cool? It was
great.
Possible to do it. It was a really fun place.
It's Friday and 5 o'clock somewhere. Elizabeth, right on.
It is certainly 5 o'clock somewhere.
It's 5 o'clock.
We're in California right now.
It's 5:25.
5:25 in Cali. So there we go. So they're ready for it. Well, heck, are you watching from California? Here you go. We've got one from Mother and
Bourbon Ball.
Bourbon Ball. Bourbon Ball, good.
The next one I'm going to make.
That's very nice.
Well, I won't spoil it.
We'll get there.
Oh, Amy says her allergies are out of control too. Oh, sorry.
Sorry to hear. This
sucks.
I would say 'tis the season because 'tis. and it's affecting everybody. I even get a little sneezy, and I don't get hay fever on an ordinary basis.
Oh, Eric's feeling it.
That just means that there's a lot of junk in the air. That means all those trays across the street are stipping like mad. Stop it. Stop all this stupid.
Oh, Eric says my eyes are on fire. Oh, sorry to hear that.
Man. Yeah, it's tough.
Eric says, I promise you, Kelly, I wasn't thinking about you being an allergic mess for me to make the current avatar that I'm using right now.
No. No, absolutely not. We're talking about comfort and relief for such things. I don't guarantee that if you made one of these babies that your allergies would feel better, but you might feel better. So there's a lot of value to that.
There's a lot to be said.
There's a lot of value to that. When people talk about this will cure your cold, no, it won't. Your body will cure your cold. But this might make you feel a lot better, so that's the kicker. Allergies, that's tough. I mean, there are specific things you can take that could help. There's prescription stuff that can help.
Oh.
If it's really bad, wow, I kind of feel
the atomic top crust.
If it's really bad, I kind of feel like get a huge air cleaner and just like get your place into a clean room, and that might help.
Elizabeth, I'm sorry to hear that. Oh. Talk to the nose.
Talk to the
cheese.
nose. I actually found at our local discount place recently a portable air cleaner. This little cylinder the size of just like a coffee mug, an insulated coffee mug, to the point where you could stick it in the holder in your car and clean the air in your car. Well, I've got it by the bedside just to keep that going at night because I think a lot of junk trying to help you out there, and I think it's doing some good. It was originally from Sharper Image. And I think the major thing about this thing is that the replaceable filter thing is kind of expensive, but there's options.
Lisa, I never had allergies probably until my 40s. I know it's so weird. I hear they're just getting worse. Like the pollen is going crazy.
The situation is getting worse.
Some Coasterone would help.
Couldn't hurt.
I like the way you think, Peter.
Couldn't hurt, my friend. Oh, grassy.
Oh, Cynthia says I live in the grassy capital of the world. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I would be going crazy.
It's definitely getting worse out there. And
drink enough of them and you won't care. Exactly, yeah, Eric.
As we get a little older, things change on you, and then you're like, what? And I think, ugh.
Errol, what did you do? Errol says I had horrible allergies growing up. Now I have none.
Well, what happened
tell.
there? Don't mind if you drop that on us, do you? Interesting.
I've heard that this is kind of folksy, but I've heard that eating a spoonful of local honey every day, like local to wherever you are, helps.
Honey made in your backyard there, basically. If it's close to you and it's your local plants and all the bees are gathering that pollen and you're taking some of that sort of stuff, I have heard that does help and that makes sense.
Yeah.
Now, I don't have some sort of scientific study. I'm also saying probably couldn't hurt. And a little honey, lemon tea sort of thing would probably help with your current allergies. So there you go.
Read up on how municipalities only planted male trees for 50 years. Oops.
Hello.
Oh, no. The fine air quality of Orange County, New York. Well, we live across the street from a stand of maple trees, and I am allergic to maple trees. When I got allergy tested, one of the only things that they was
You're not allergic to much of anything.
Sure allergic to is maple trees.
Yeah.
So, of course, and I spent last weekend pulling little nascent maple trees out of the ground.
Tiny little bits. The yard looks so much better.
Oh, Dinosaur Jr., Amy, that's exciting.
Oh, gotcha.
And a new club opening. That's
loud.
Awesome.
Yeah, I've heard they're pretty loud. Yeah. I can't say I've actually seen those guys. You know why they're Dinosaur Jr.? Tell us the story. You know why they're Dinosaur Jr.
Yeah, find it at a farmer's market. Exactly, Eric. We're lucky because we live really near a good farm market and they sell a lot of local stuff. So that's great. I haven't tried it. I had this weird, allergic reaction. And I couldn't figure out why. It was so bizarre. And I was thinking, well, what did I eat right before it triggered it? And it was honey. So I was like, I've been kind of spooked. But I think I've had honey since, and I was fine. So I don't know.
I haven't had the problem.
It was bizarre.
And our local grocery actually does carry honey that's local to us. I mean, close enough anyway. So they're making an effort to have some more local products. That's good. Because there's a lot of good produce happening locally.
Conjunctivitis pseudomembranous.
Pseudomembranous?
Is that like pink eye?
Say that a few times fast.
Is that pink eye?
Yeah, it kind of sounds like it.
Oh. Okay, Errol doesn't know.
Ah.
Commodity oats was horrible. Oh my gosh.
Oh.
Wow.
Oh, man.
Old olives and mulberries and pines that they planted in the 50s, 60s. Oh. No longer allowed to be planted because toxic.
Mulberry.
No.
Mm.
No, that's crazy. Yeah. The local honey. It's worth a try, right?
Spoonful of honey in your black or green
Apparently
tea.
Or just, I've heard, just take a spoonful of honey if you don't want the tea.
I'd say take it in your tea. Your tea's not going to make too much difference to
Well,
you.
you could do that. Or you could just have a spoonful of honey.
I happened, for a long time, my MO at work in the afternoons was I'd make a cup of green tea.
Oh, bee pollen too,
spoon of honey,
saying.
throw it over ice, and I had my iced tea for the afternoon. It was good. So
bee pollen too.
Yes, there is that factor. And if you could, can you get that locally? Just ask around at your farm markets. So
sure.
These things are available. Yep.
Honey reminds me of having strep throat. Oh,
I hear you. That's too bad. That's too bad.
Oh, man.
Never got that when I had like really bad throat.
I used to get strep throat all the time when I was young.
I used to get a lot of those infections. And I remember like my mother would say gargle with salt water. And I would do that and it wouldn't really cure anything. But the warmth, warm salt water, it would help. So that was good for that. These days, if I feel a tickle coming on, I take like the Medicini mouthwash. It's the Listerine fake stuff. It's a fake Listerine. And like I just gargle with that for a long time and clear out some crap, and like that helps.
It's probably just Listerine.
Yeah, it's not going to do much to anything except it probably will kill some bacteria when they're not so good. No. So
I'll explain it to you, but I'll warn you, it might give you the heebie-jeebies. Wow.
Let's gross everybody out now, shall we?
Oh dear.
Oh boy.
Oh dear. We walked into it.
Oh boy. So, by the way, we were talking earlier today about like theme for the show, and we already established a theme for the show, and we're fine. And we were wondering whether we should actually make any nod towards the day that this is. Of course, everyone says it's May the 4th, and of course, May the 4th be with you. Which, for which I can say that's very pithy. Yes, it has pith, and we don't actually have any space-themed drinks. Well, we do have some space-themed
We're like
drinks.
the worst people to do Star Wars
We
cocktails.
don't have any Star Wars mugs, of which are many. We don't have any Star Wars booze, of which it must be some by now. There's probably a Star Wars wine out there. We're not making up something called the Mandalorian, so we're not good at that. But I will say, if the 4th wants to be with you, please do your part. But I will also say, without fear of contradiction, tomorrow is May 5th, and may the 5th be with you. Had to make that joke. No one makes that one. That's a good one, too.
All right.
That's a good one. So anyway, not even a dad joke. That's pretty good.
I really feel better when you... Oh, geez. It is pink eye, but it's a special kind of pink. Oh. Oh, dear. Oh, Eric. Oh, no. I'm sorry that you know about that. I hope that didn't happen to you.
I've had something similar, but then there was also a time where there was something called a Chalazion. And we're really getting into
Eric. Okay.
Not going to go there.
Eric says, I have a source for killer bee honey, and it really helps on bad days. Oh, okay. I got to keep an eye out for that.
Okay.
Helps the sinuses, but not the eyes all the time. Since I sing, I'm always like, ooh, something for the sinuses. Yeah. I love a good sinus cure.
There's also that herbal spray that we have that is very much like a bottle of bitters and a couple of squirts in the throat, and it does make the throat feel better.
Yeah, Cynthia, I'm with you. I love Star Trek.
Like 60s Trek kind of thing?
Yeah, sure. Exactly.
Grew up on that. Watched it.
TOS.
Never really got into
the original series.
TNG, but I thought that what was one that I used to watch that I thought was actually well written?
May the 5th.
I
know. I love it when people say May the 4th be with you. I think it's hilarious, but I'm like, yeah, I saw Star Wars when I was 10.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, it did. I'm not entirely sure I've seen it since. That's the funny thing. It's on.
See, Elizabeth, you would be a good one to do this.
Yep.
Elizabeth's drinking on my 1981 Bourbon King Return of the Jedi glasses. Also have Ewok Geeky Tiki mug. Oh, see? Yeah, no, you would be a much better person to do.
We're going to turn to you next. That's the kicker. Yeah.
Oh, boy. There's so much. Oh, Errol says, I like Star Wars, but there's so much that bugs me. Like, why can you hear the explosions in space? And looking at the blazing ball of fire, you got to think, how much oxygen are they carrying on?
Let's face facts. In space, no one can hear you scream. B, when an actual capsule from Earth blew up in space, there wasn't that much fire. That was Apollo 13. So all of that is bogus. That's just Hollywood. Hollywood doing the usual bullshit that they do. Now, what would you have if you didn't have that? You'd have like a very static sort of a picture. That could be a problem. I mean, if you want a picture where they have actual silence happening in space where it should happen, that's like 2001: A Space Odyssey. And so as much as I say I recommend the picture, I don't recommend watching it on your television set. You got to see that in like widescreen.
Well,
that makes a big difference.
Some people's TVs are almost as big as some movie theater screens at this point.
At this point, if it starts to wrap around you, maybe you're in good shape. Make sure you got a big sound system.
Oh, Cynthia says, I gotta go back. Keeping the pollen off you and getting it off is key. Yeah, I try to always shower after I've been doing yard work.
Exposure is more than just your lungs. It's true.
Oh, Peter's a Doctor Who fan. That's a good one.
Doctor Who. There we go.
Isn't pith the white part of the citrus? There you go.
Make a pithy
cocktail.
This is pithy.
Oh, aliens. Yeah, Amy.
Trek and Doctor Who.
There is actual sound in space, Peter says.
Anybody for a little Space 1999 and some Thunderbirds? Hey, Jerry and Sylvia.
I love Thunderbirds.
Boom. And of course, there's Captain Scarlet fans because that was possibly their best Super Marionation series. But I digress. I'm also fond of Stingray because it's got the most awesome theme that they ever pumped out.
Yeah.
But yeah. And the Thunderbirds theme, man, that was...
Although,
that was
talking... I know that this isn't Super Marionation, but I have to sneeze again. Hold on.
Oh. If movies were actually realistic, they would be dull. True. You know, realism is realism. The fact is, if you get around to... Get some tight. If you get around to people simply interacting as they do in real life, you're talking... Aren't there some Sartre plays like that, where people are just coming up with banal dialogue? Yeah, well, that may be interesting for 5 minutes, but I don't know.
Heaven, hell.
Thunderbirds are go.
Thunderbirds.
Yeah.
I love UFO. It's not Super Marionation, but it's Jerry and Sylvia Anderson.
Between the Thunderbirds and Captain Scarlet and all that, and Space 1999, you actually have UFO. No, that's a cool series.
I love UFO.
Great theme. Definitely. And of course, it's set in, what is it? The future, 1980. Gotta love that.
Oh. I'm an old school Star Wars gal. I love it.
We just heard a song on the radio last week because...
Oh, Eric, great widescreen films. Yep. If movies were realistic, most would be boring. Well, that's what they always teach you in drama school. That plays aren't about... If plays were about real life, they would be really boring. And I just remember a teacher one time saying, you don't see a play about a guy getting off work, stopping at 7-Eleven, picking up a 6-pack, going home, turning on the TV, opening a beer. Nothing happens.
You kind of missed that part, don't you? Mm-hmm.
Oh, Ryan watched The Abyss last night. How was?
Haven't seen it.
All the chicks with purple hair. Exactly. And apparently that was a uniform.
Yes.
The purple hair was part of their uniform.
I think it's the second or third episode where Lieutenant Gale is actually debarking from the moon port there.
Hi, Adam.
To the Earth port, and she takes off her uniform, including her purple hair. It's part of her uniform. That's crazy. It's just really intense.
So Peter has a vote for Captain Scarlet.
Captain Scarlet is quite cool.
Oh, Adam says, I saw a nice summer cocktail with green chartreuse. Oh. And citrus forward gin and lime juice. Interesting.
We have green chartreuse.
Amy says, so much whispering in Space 1999. I love Firefly. Yeah, Space 1999. Oh, Cynthia. Good.
Definitely.
Dried peas to above my eyebrows with paste because of that show.
Maya.
I love it.
She was a shapeshifter, wasn't she? That was the fun part of that. And of course, as part of the cast, you had the Doctor played by Barry Morse, who was also the guy who was pursuing David Jansen on The Fugitive.
Mm.
Now, there is a connection that you don't ordinarily see. Fugitive is a bit forgotten, but it was a pretty intense show at the time.
I like The Fugitive.
Yeah, it's well done. The movie that they made of that in the 90s was very good.
Oh, Adam watched Kroll for the first time last night. I haven't seen that.
You know, I remember at the time the reviews were not good on Kroll. All it means to me is it's probably worth checking out.
Night, Cynthia.
So, hey, good night to you. So, like, yeah, could you give us your take on that? Because I think the reviewers may have been full of poop. I'm just saying.
Wait, Elizabeth says, "That's why I'm such a Clerks Kevin Smith fan. The Star Wars humor. Stormtrooper can't install a toilet maid. Those were contractors on the Death Star." Which is better, UFO or Project UFO?
Oh, these are completely different heads.
I haven't seen Have you seen Project UFO?
Oh, yeah.
Have I seen Project UFO?
Back in the day, that was de rigueur. You had to see these sorts of things because you were into all of this far out space things.
Well, I live
far out space, not so low.
Far out space things.
Lost Saucer, all that kind of stuff. But I got to say, Project UFO was 100% schlock in a In Search Of vein.
Oh, well, then I would have loved it.
You would have loved it. You would have loved it, absolutely. It was all about like Project Blue Book as a TV series and investigating these things. And it had lots and lots of episodes with huge, huge craft passing over your house and like making a lot of noise. I think it was completely ripped off of Star Wars in that aspect. But UFO, the series, of course, is just completely mod 60s. So that's a lot of fun.
Blake's 7.
Oh, Blake's.
I
yes.
haven't seen that.
I haven't seen it either. I definitely heard of Blake's 7. People always say, of course you're familiar with Red Dwarf. I'm like, actually, I'm not familiar with Red Dwarf.
That.
So
gotta see
that's
that.
my deficiency there.
All right. Okay. I love hearing about a series that's almost forgotten.
Well, the fact is that Doctor Who starts in 1961 and is still going. So, damn.
Eric's got the DVD.
That's a big book for the 60s
from his
there.
Girlfriend.
And Blake's gets a lot of thumbs up.
Edo says Kroll needed one tiny nudge to be a Monty Python.
Oh, wow.
All right. We got our viewing lined up.
Might have been better if they'd gotten that nudge there, you know?
All right, well.
Well, I'm out.
I am too.
So why am I sucking on an ice cube? Let's get rid of this. Boom. That was good, and I recommend it.
Well, I got another one.
Oh, you do? Yeah, I got another one, you?
I got another one.
She got a million of them, folks.
Oh, Peter says my favorite schlock would be Sasquatch, the movie. Oh, Adam says, have we discussed Barbarella? We have not discussed Barbarella this evening.
We have not.
I love Barbarella.
You know, I remember seeing it a very long time ago, and I thought the special effects were absolutely for poop. And subsequently, I'm watching it and saying...
When you watch it now, you're like, oh, Barbarella.
Subsequently, I'm like, they're really pretty terrible green screen. But that's the worst I can say about it. They're fun in an extremely far out Roger Vadim kind of way. And it's certainly the same era as Rosemary's Baby. And it's got like that.
We're going to watch it. We're going to watch
texture. It's got that look to it. And of course, like, there's so much go-go stuff going on.
All right. We got to watch Firefly. We got to watch Blake's 7. We got to do it. We got to do it. All right.
The Bugaloos, anybody? All right, that's not sci-fi. So.
It's not sci-fi, but.
Yeah. My favorite.
Weird Lost series is like my favorite thing.
My favorite schlock with Sasquatch is, of course, the actual Patterson film. Not this Patterson. The Roger Patterson film. Where he goes out to try to get some movies of the Bigfoot and he finds them. I'm like, really? Just like that? You found motion picture footage of that? Well, that was easy. Yeah. The guy who played the Bigfoot actually came forward. So if if you're still believing this, like, think again. It's compelling enough. It's compelling enough footage, but BS is BS.
All right, this is ridiculous. This is ridiculous.
Do what you need to. Oh, goodness. Oh, garbage collecting book. Well, there's a lot of trash in the canals. I love that. Yeah.
My sister dressed up as a bugaloo for Halloween once.
Oh, wow. So cool. That's fun.
Oh, Project
Blue Book. Oh, yeah. Aliens. Yeah. Well.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Amy said aliens.
Yeah.
All right.
The simple fact is you can read a lot of books.
Oh, Amy owns the bugaloos.
Oh. Yeah, we have that record too. That's actually very cool. And that's a lot harder to find.
Do you own the record or DVDs?
Oh, this is very true. Do you own the DVD set? We don't have that.
Oh, my God.
I remember seeing it as a kid, and I thought, what the hell is this thing? And then, of course, you realize that's Martha Ray. You know,
Yeah.
I'm forgetting her character's name, but it was compelling. And of course, it was like what 4 English kids. So they're and the gal was really cute. Apparently, like the Bugaloos appeared in the
I made a mess.
the 1970 or 71
I overfilled
Macy's Thanksgiving parade. You got to look this up, but like they were there, and I think they were cruising around in a dune buggy, which they did on the show. So this is very cool. I got to remember like what that was.
Okay.
So
I'm making one. I made the Bourbon Ball before. Now I'm making one called Rum Ball.
Rum Ball.
So that was 1 ounce of dark Jamaican rum.
Mm-hmm.
Hope I didn't get rum.
I'll give you a bit of room to work
speaker.
with. We can move this back pretty easily. I should probably crack this open later to check things out because these things happen.
I'm going to do 1 ounce of spiced rum, but jeez, I have to sneeze
Don't
again.
do that.
1 ounce of spiced rum. I hope there's 1 ounce in here.
If there's not, we will figure it out. You look close. Oh, there is. Check that out.
There is pretty much 1 ounce.
Pretty much 1 ounce.
Oh, look at that. Okay.
Check that out, folks. You were using which one?
This is Queequeg.
The Queequeg.
All right.
Ha-ha.
Let's use the. All right.
Speaking of your,
any Queequegs watching?
We're representing. And speaking of,
all right,
your I can't even think of the word there, but your quest for the ultimate that you can't ever find. Here's the great white.
Unobtainium.
Unobtainium.
Is that what you're thinking?
No, I'm not.
Okay, so that was 1 ounce of spiced rum, 1 ounce of dark Jamaican rum. I'm going to do 1/3 of an ounce apricot
liqueur. It's difficult to measure that exactly, but you can get pretty close with a pony.
There we go.
I mean, the actual pony measure, which is 1 ounce. 1/2 ounce of sour cherry liqueur.
Yes.
Using our local.
All right.
Oh, Margarita Cream. Oh, David's got the DVD set. Yeah, really need to actually sit down at your place sometime and watch a few of those. Bonita Bazaar, thank you.
Bazaar.
Yes, I always forget that. And the Dune Buggy lives. Oh.
The Great Space Coaster. I haven't. Have you?
Nope.
Oh,
I remember Big Blue Marble, but not the Space
I'm going
Coaster.
to do 1/3 of an ounce of the sour cherry.
We have like 2 different votes for the Gal Boogaloo. Carolyn. Yeah. Oh, man.
This is terrible.
Bugaloos and the Banana Splits.
So humiliating.
The original Banana Splits was like an hour-long show, and it was like a ton of stuff.
3/4
ounce.
I got it.
Fresh lemon
juice. You can go back to.
So.
All right, 3/4 of an ounce fresh lemon juice.
Mm-hmm.
And then 5 dashes orange bitters.
Great Space was apparently, well, I don't know who's commenting on what. Eric says kind of like the electric company. Oh, interesting.
Oh.
Yeah.
And 5 dashes of the toasted almond bitters. And I'm going for kind of a, well, it's called the Rum Ball.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going for a sort of comforting cookie-esque effect. Cookie-esque. And I'm garnishing it with some cherry candies on a skewer. Oh, which just fell out.
Which don't want to stay in.
Yeah.
Maybe
you know what? You can do it like this. Here we go.
There you go.
Or, like that. Okay.
Toss them in.
Yeah.
Grab some cherry flavor. We're actually, those candies are the Cherry Clan candies. There's an interesting...
It's like a vintage candy.
Vintage candy. It used to be made by Ferrara Pan.
I never heard of it, but...
I remember seeing boxes of them, like, sort of on the side of the street for years. And the box is slightly off color these days. And then, of course, there's apparently history where it was Cherry Chan.
No, it's ninjas now.
Yeah, now it's Ninja Candies, which is appropriate.
Mm-hmm.
But the originals were not quite. So you can look that up and go, wow, but that's what people did back in the day.
Not politically correct. Thank you.
Gary New, that is GNU. Oh, yeah, definitely. Lidsville was pretty freaky.
Lidsville.
It was really freaky. I remember Lidsville, one of the first shows that I remember seeing on TV where I recognized the intro with the hat that grows and he falls in. Bush Patrick. Whoa. Yeah, definitely.
I'll take this spray, please.
Yep. There you go. But, definitely. So, oh, Ah, thinking of goat. Goats and canoes. Goats and canoes. Danger Island. Yeah.
Jan Michael Vincent. Oh my
yeah.
gosh.
Probably his first prominent role. And then, of course, there's Django. You really can't do that character anymore. But at the time, these things were possible.
Yeah.
Puff and Stuff or Lidsville. Puff and Stuff.
Puff and Stuff.
Puff and Stuff can't really be an acid trip because, of course, it's Puffin' Stuff. So there you go. Now, I'm not the first person. I'm not the last person who's going to make that joke. So there you go. But Lidsville is talking about lids. That's still stuff.
I feel like I should go grab the. Hold on. As long as we've gone there.
We went there.
As long as we.
How about that? Oh, made some ginger candy. I like that idea, and that gets my vote. And if it has a kick to it, good. That's like ginger ale versus ginger beer. I like when the ginger soda actually has like a very forward ginger. And with ginger liqueur, there's some really good ones on the market. Barrow's Intense, though, lives up to its name. That one will kick you, and you go, whoa, you know. And you can also take that straight up on the rocks, much like the Marnier that we were discussing earlier. Not as high proof as the Marnier, but still, it's just a couple of fingers over a big rock and just let it sit there, get cold, maybe a lemon peel in it. Oh, yeah, that's a great thing. And it just gets you all warm inside. Speaking of comfort, the theme of the show. Fine idea. We've been talking about that. This item, I don't think I tried this. Let's see.
Okay, I hope I can find the quote again, because it was hilarious.
Well, that's very nice. Yeah, that's like a variation of what you made before, but I'm getting that dark rum flavor. Very nice.
So from the book, Love to Love You, Brady's, the bizarre story of the Brady Bunch variety hour.
Facepalm snack.
Right, I gotta
Brady Bunch variety hour. Yeah.
Okay.
Sid and Marty like really hit it out of the park with that one.
This book is, if you're interested in the subject, this book is an exhaustive study of the Brady Bunch variety hour.
Too much.
Okay. I gotta try to find it. I hope this isn't all for nothing. Okay, here we go. HR Puffin Stuff. All right.
You will determine what's what. I will talk about. Oh, Buckfast. No, haven't had. We have had Stone's Ginger, which is a nice ginger flavor without being a real hit over the head ginger flavor. It's a good base for things, and it's also pretty cheap. It's probably about $12 a bottle, so it's definitely a good ingredient you can have with things. And if you have that in a glass with a big rock and maybe about an ounce of Irish whiskey, that's a nice thing. It almost, it's kind of in the realm of a stone fence. Oh, the Battle Royal. Well, you know what? There's only one thing to do, Adam. Make it, take pictures of it, and post it here. Private group.
All right, hold on. I get a. It's funny if I can find it.
Oh, and actually, David has a comment about the variety hour. Why did they have to replace Jan? Because Eve Plum's management was like, "Don't do this show." And retrospect, probably a good idea.
I think she was sorry later she didn't do it though.
But then she actually went to the Brady Brian's show, so she came back to the whole concept. She was doing a lot of work at the time, TV, movies, and such. So she was doing fine. She didn't need that show. And the show was a freaking disaster area. So Sid and Marty definitely did have their rollers. They had their whole show. They had their hit. They had about I don't know, 3 or 4 hits on the chart at the time. So they were kind of a big thing. Big toast from 1975. And they definitely had like the Saturday morning show. And the fellows had personality. So there you go. Haunted Hotel by both Witchy Poo and Hoodoo.
I can't find it.
Ugh. That sounds just like the Paul and Halloween special, which has both Witchy Poo and Margaret Hamilton. So you have which one and which two just happening right there. Fascinating indeed. It's got some incredibly tired jokes. This is all from Bruce Valanche. I can name check him because his name's on the thing. I'm not slamming him. They're just terrible. They really are. Danger, danger.
Oh, here we go.
And yeah, Lisa, it's that kind of time, isn't it? It's really terrible. These things happen. Appreciate them while you've got them. If any of these folks are on tour, go see them now. We actually saw recently what is touring as the Association. Man, those guys were really good, I gotta say.
It was good.
They were really strong live. There was nothing weak about it. They all played well. There was one of the original band there, and there were two guys who were actually sons of the original band. And I thought instrumentally they were just right on target. And the vocal harmonies were spot on. So that was a really big thing. Really liked those guys. So.
All right. This is coming to a big nothing.
Vincent Price and Kiss? I'm thinking of Paul Linden Kiss. And of course there's a vote for the Slee Stacks. Yeah.
Oh, the Slee Stacks.
Land of the Lost. 40 proof syrupy wine. Okay. Well, we'll have to take a look at that. Interesting stuff, eh?
I can't find the quote, but if you are into Sid and Marty Krofft, I highly recommend.
The book is highly entertaining.
Love to Love You, Brady's.
But can you paraphrase the quote? Or do you choose?
Oh, okay. Well, they're talking. Susan Olsen is one of the
co-wrote this
authors.
book.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she's talking about puffin stuff and how they were definitely puffin stuff. when
they
came
wrote
up
this
with
stuff.
that idea. I gotta find it. It's much funnier than I'm.
The Variety Hour is truly bizarre because they got all this peripheral stuff from Sid
hi,
and
River
Marty.
City Handsome.
They got the Sid and Marty dancers going on and the swimmers and all this stuff, and it's just whack job. All these big numbers with clowns. It looks an awful lot like the Paul Lynde special. And then, of course, they've got the fact that you need musical guests, and who wanted to be on this show? After a while, musical guests that were serious at all said, forget it.
My phone auto-corrected to butt. My phone knows me so well.
Oh, yes. Oh, so Eric, yeah.
Checking
You want to check out the Paul Lynde Halloween special. That's the one. I think the entire thing is available up on YouTube, which you're watching right now. So you can see it for, the price of. And it is whack. It is really whack. Tom Jones. Sir.
Oh, Tom Jones.
Oh.
Where are you seeing him?
Where are you seeing him? We saw him at Kitsch-en a couple years ago. And boy,
David, hi.
That band was fantastic, and he was in great voice, and he was telling dirty jokes. It was just great.
Scroll up.
Yep. Scroll up.
David's the one that said, why'd they have to replace Chan?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Chan wasn't up for it, but I think she regretted it later.
I'm not entirely sure she regretted that show, but she came back to the whole concept.
Was Pink Lady Sid and Marty Krofft? We have the Pink Lady record.
We do have that record. It was Pink Lady and Jeff was Jeff Altman, the comedian.
Yes.
I don't know if that was Sid and Marty, but it was certainly that level of writing, and boy, did that not serve anybody well.
Oh my God, I'm losing it.
But Pink Lady, of course, had like 24 hits in Japan. So somebody thought, hey, great, make an American series. They didn't speak English. So there was all these gals speaking all their lines phonetically, and then Jeff Altman, who was just not that funny on this show.
Did you see Errol said, wait, go back. The new singer for Journey sings amazingly similar to Steve. Wow.
Well, of course he does.
That's why he was hired.
That's why he was hired. Yep.
Lind, a god of entertainment.
Oh, 60s Italian. 60s Italian pictures. There's like some really great collections out there. There's 2 CDs of Beat at Cinecittà.
Oh, yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Great stuff. It's all these
Which is on
spy capers, softcore stuff. Big fun. Yeah. Paul is just one of those people who you have
Boston.
to celebrate.
Oh, okay. Yep. We got to see where he's playing.
Yeah.
Envious.
I would see Sir Tom again in a second. We saw Engelbert. We would see him again. He was fantastic. Really great show. But see our heroes. I mean, they're here. We saw Jack Jones some years back. Speaking of Doug, he was at that show. Oh, wow. He had a fantastic band.
We were just reminiscing about that show the other day.
This 3 or 4 piece jazz group.
I am so sorry.
Great. And they were just complimenting what he was doing. He played his hit stuff. He played a lot of standards. He talked about going to the Philippines and not knowing the big hit in the Philippines. He's like, uh-oh, better learn it fast. We heard that at the Association, too.
I am so sorry.
Well, you know something? The turntable. I'll have to figure out what that is sometime there, Doug. And if you're grilling on charcoal, you're going old school. We can do that. We actually happen to have a bit big of charcoal that one of our associates had to get rid of and said, take it. So I can do that. It is a very nice flavor, but I don't often. I just go with the gas. A few years ago when I got a new grill, it arrived as a kit and I had to put it together. I got to say, that was a lot of fun. I would do it again. Oh yeah, and you could get the whole record on the cereal box. For a period of time, the Monkey Show was sponsored by Kellogg's. And then, a few years into the whole thing, when they were into reruns, Kellogg started putting their records on the boxes.
Hi, Michael.
Yeah. But definitely.
Oh, man. Oh, Odd Couple theme. Our first wedding dance was...
2 songs.
It was 2 songs.
One of them being...
We did a segue. We did a foxtrot to the Odd Couple theme. Mm-hmm. And then we segued into a hustle to the theme from Shaft.
We're both theme people.
That was our wedding dance.
So, yeah, and actually we happen to own the Odd Couple soundtrack on reel tape. It's great, although it should be longer. There's a lot of dialogue from the film in it, but the actual cues from it, awesome. Neil Hefti. Big props to Neil.
So much.
Now, am I cutting off my head with the broadcast here? Am I right? No, it's just YouTube is cutting off my head.
Scroll.
There we go.
There.
I'm looking at this saying, what? I didn't get that right.
I'm trying to breathe.
Anyway.
I don't know why I'm going so crazy tonight. I didn't even leave the house today.
Sometimes it's just a concentration of things, I gotta say. And in the meantime, you got something and I don't, so I think I should get
jealous?
Busy. I kind of was jealous. What's the secret? Elevator down.
Oh my gosh, okay. Got tickets for Blondie and the Damned. Oh, Amy, great.
Oh, Damned.
Oh. So we went to the WFMU record fair. Gosh, this was at least 10 years ago now. But there was a guy who used to have a show on WFMU where he played not ancient, but what would you call it?
Who show?
Mac.
He played old recording media, really cylinders.
Yeah, it was cylinders, but it wasn't
discs.
just cylinders. I want to say like dead media, but it's not dead because he was playing it. So
he on the air would play cylinders and discs from like the 1910s. But he was a big collector of cardboard records. He had a whole bunch of records from like cereal boxes and out of magazines and stuff, and he had them all tacked up on a wall because since there's a hole in the middle, he didn't have to put a hole in the record. But that was a great display. You see these records going, I had that when I was a kid. Where did the peels get to?
Oh, we're just friends who haven't been acquainted personally as of yet.
Oh.
No, River City Handsome, we did not get to Scottsdale for Oasis. That would have been lovely.
But we know Scottsdale and it's a great little town.
You would never return.
Where's the peels?
I don't know. Did you bring them out?
I did. They're not here?
I don't see them.
Maybe I didn't bring them out. Gotta go find them.
That was your job. I don't know.
You had one job.
Oh, the flexi discs. Yeah. He would talk about the flexi discs.
Yeah, he had some of those in there too.
I know. I would have loved to have gone to Scottsdale. I'd love to go anywhere, honestly. Yeah, vacation. Ohana's next month. I'll just live for that.
It is next month. Good grief.
A good wedding song would have been Jimmy Castor's Bertha Butt Boogie. We love Jimmy Castor so much. The Bertha Butt Boogie. Oh, Lisa says, I wish I would have saved all the ones I took off all my cereal boxes. Right? I love those records. King Kong. Thinking of Jimmy Castor.
Oh, okay.
King Kong. King Kong. Oh. Oh, we would love that. Oh, River City Handsome. We would love to guest host an episode of Kitty and Mr. C's Enchanted Tiki Hut. Love them.
Hello.
Adam says, I got a really cool LP the other day of rockabilly music from France in the 1950s. Good score. Oh, Peter remembers the WFMU show. His name was Mac. I remember, and there was, which I think was Michael. I think he was Michael.
I think it was Michael, yes.
There was also Citizen Kafka, who did a similar thing. Interesting.
Oh, how about?
Mac, if you're watching, he's a good guy. He was also an editor. And he got me into the audience for the TV show The Chew.
That's right.
And I handed Clinton Kelly a Velveteen Lounge swizzle stick.
Found the peel.
He's like, oh, hey, thanks. You're welcome.
He kept it.
You are welcome.
All right. Tall glass filled with ice.
All right.
Take your twist. Give yourself a spritz.
Oh, how can we get you two to be best buddies with Kitty and Mr. C?
Oh, well, I don't know.
We're so easy. We're so easy. Let's just make it happen.
Let's see what we got.
I love the idea. I'm all in.
Okay. I'd like an amber rum, so I'm actually going to have to go back. Here we go.
Oh, Eric's saying, it seems a common record store day find this year was this record of Lou Reed Velvet Underground demos. Interesting. That doesn't seem like it would be a common find, but wow. We love guest hosting and going on other people's shows. Cereal box pressing probably sounds better than the late 80s Atlantic disco I'm listening to now. Oh, Doug. There's cardboard in the vinyl at least. Oh, no.
Any of those record labels that recalled records to recycle them, like Capitol, I can name you. They're bad news. So I'm going to make something that involves rum.
I'm all about Kitty and Mr. C. I'm all about doing this. So
we happen to have...
If you have a connection, hook us up.
Bourbon Court 4, a wonderfully nice amber rum. This is quite a nice amber
I'm
rum.
definitely on their page, but I don't know if they know us. But hook a gal up.
So we'll put that back there. And we were looking for comforting things today. I happened to venture out and visit the local supermarket that happened to have a lot of products from around the Caribbean.
Does this masterpiece have a name yet?
No. I happened to find that Angus Jura.
Wait, what was the first name?
Angus Jura, which happens to make rub, like, lime and bitters.
Did you put in?
I put in 1 ounce of the Bourbon Court 4. If you've been paying attention.
I wasn't.
No. So
I was reading comments.
Will you please?
I was clearly not paying attention.
Pay attention. So, Angus Jura makes their lemon lime bitters. They happen to make another couple of varieties. They've got this thing called Angus Jura Chill Sorrel and Bitters. So I said, let's try that out. So, ice, 1 ounce of the rum, a heavy twist of the lemon, and I'm going to fill it with the soda and see where we get. And this should be a little sweet, but it also has the bitters because the soda is infused with Angostura bitters. So that should take care of itself.
Angostura Chill.
Angostura Chill, oh yeah.
Sorrel and bitters.
Sorrel and bitters.
Okay, got it. All right, got it.
On top, pop that back there. There we go.
All right.
Grab a straw.
Remember picture discs? Yes.
Oh, yeah.
I do.
Picture discs date back a long way. They were making them in the teens, as in like 19 teens.
Doug says, oops, 1977 copyright disc, according to the
liners.
Jeez. Oh. Oh. Oh, River City Handsome. Okay, I want to make this happen. I love this idea. All right, Adam. Yeah,
hey.
Let us know.
I recall your old space, which was
Hello,
fun, but I'm
Jack.
glad to hear more space.
Good to see you, Jack. Thank you for joining us.
I'm going to do two things here. The taste on this is a little bubblegummy, so I'm going to throw some lemon in there.
Okay. And maybe some more bitters?
We'll see if this needs it. I'm going to add 1/2 ounce of the lemon.
Okay.
And give it a stir. That should tame down that sweetness to it. The sorrel itself should not be that much of a bother as long as you balance it out. It's just a flavor. Try that. I think about where I need to go with that. kind of thinking I want more bitters.
It needs more booze.
It needs more booze.
It needs more booze.
I'm also going to throw in some orange
I
bitters.
said it. It needs more
Actually,
booze.
I'm going to take straight Angostura. Would be a good idea.
Oh, no picture discs in the LP cases I've unpacked so far.
Yeah. Well, picture discs.
Hi, John. Good to see you. Wow, long time no see.
Got one win for you right here, my friend. So, I'm going to...
Oh, the laser cut albums. If you looked in the right light, it was a picture. Do you have any like that?
Yeah, I've got a single from Split Ends. Remember Split Ends? They came up on the radio this morning as like, you know, where were they from? New Zealand, of course. And they had a whole album that was laser cut, and you like would turn it this way, and I think it said Split Ends like throughout the album. And I have the 45, which has a very similar effect.
Wow.
And I forget what song it is, but yeah, they did that for that thing, with the laser cut records.
Oh, John says make 2, Paul, 1 for me.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Little float of 151. That's not a terrible idea, actually. Did you add more booze?
You know what I will do is a float of the Myers, because I happen to have it here. I didn't want to use this for the entire drink because it's a heavy rum. It might tend to motor over it. But I'm going to give myself a half ounce of the Myers.
I think what it needs is more booze.
Yeah. Couldn't hurt. I wanted to go a little light on this, but
help.
maybe I want to go a regular strength. What the heck?
Oh. The surface of the sun, Arizona. Oh, River City handsome.
So, back of the spoon. Just very
I miss
carefully
going to Arizona.
float that over. And there we go.
We used to go quite often.
Well, we had family out there, and
Yep.
we needed to visit and such.
Paradise Theater was laser cut. Oh.
I was just thinking of Paradise Theater.
Okay.
That was the first one that I remember being laser cut. It was in 1979, 1980 maybe. Definite improvement.
Yeah, it's definitely a lot better.
Yeah, that helps. Didn't realize it was that gummy. I remember, well, earlier today, I tried out, we were talking about comforting things, and I picked up this from the local market. Same market had a Malby syrup. Malby is a bark that I think is usually or sourced in Jamaica, and it's bitter. But they make a soda out of this, which is very sweet. And it has a sort of like very bubblegummy and bitter taste to it.
So that's the ounce of rum, half ounce fresh lemon juice, the chilled sorrel and bitters, and the float of dark Jamaican rum. Yeah,
half ounce, about a half ounce of that dark Jamaican. So
all right,
a serious float.
All right.
That helps things. That really marks it. You know what? I'm even going to flame some peel on that.
Oh, all right.
Well, I would if there was any gas left. All right, so I'm just going to go boom.
I got matches if you need any.
Yeah. Whatever. We'll get it next time. I should have made sure.
Split ends morph into crowded house. Yeah, it says that you're a connoisseur. Amy needs more booze.
Need more booze.
Exactly.
At least one member of Split Ends ended up in Crowded House, but I don't know. It may have been two. And I remember Split Ends more than Crowded House, interestingly enough.
Oh, John. Yeah, John, we painted last spring. So it's been red for about a year.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, fine. It's just new paint. And the entire room went that way. We had actually painted this wall a different color because the purple was very dark.
Yeah, it was kind of
really...
well, it was blue back here, which was like,
yeah. We painted this wall blue, and it looked a lot better, and it was still kind of dark, and then we just decided, what the heck. And ultimately, the color patterns in this little baby here decided the room. So, sort of the dominant like background, like pinky color.
That's true.
Became the walls.
We picked up this ice bucket last May at Sweet Lorraine in Cleveland. And then, yeah, it suggested the colors of the room. So.
It really did. This green here is the curtains over there. This purple is those curtains over there. So that
Which they can't see, so whatever.
Which you can't see, so you have to trust me about that, folks. But that's what decided the whole thing. We finally got a nice even color of paint on this entire room. It gave us a lot of trouble when we first got in this house.
This house rejects paint.
It did at the time. But if you put a good base coat on, you just had to kill, I think we probably had like an oil-based primer, and it was killing all the latex. So you can get something that'll like lock it all in. It's not a big deal. Painting, it's a lot of preparation, but ultimately it's just a lot of roller. Wasn't a really big deal. Enjoyable. So this thing is a nice thing. I actually enjoy this soda as a mixer, provided that you put in like enough of a base and enough sour to balance it out, and it works just great.
I named it No because he was cranky and said no.
No.
So that was the name I gave it. No.
No.
I'll probably find a better name.
That's what he said. We'll figure that part out.
Oh, I would love it. Oh my gosh. River City Handsome says, does the Happy Burg from which the Kitsch-en reside have a radio access for you two to begin your own radio show? Oh my gosh.
Okey smoke.
That'd be fun.
Well, a radio access meaning like a tap to the internet kind of thing, or broadcasting.
There's a radio. There's a radio station so close to our house we could walk to it.
Yeah, there is.
They play oldies, and by oldies I mean like the same 5 songs over and over again.
They're really heavy on 60s, 70s stuff right now because they're aiming at a certain age group.
Mm-hmm. Which is older than us.
Which is older than us. Although, like they also verge into our age group. The supermarket plays our age group with the material, and I tell you, it's all of the stuff from that period that I
love it. Adam, you named it Dr. No.
Dr. No. There you go. You've heard of Dr. Funk. You've heard
this is Dr. No.
You've heard of Mr. Pibb. This is Dr. No. So we have it. But that's fun. And the local radio station, I think, could really use a curator for a good oldies show. I think you need somebody to do like the top 100, 1962, or like whatever year, and just like run the whole gamut of all of the songs that people haven't heard at this point in like 60 years. It'd be a good idea. Be a lot of fun. And who's listening to this station anyway?
Thank you, John.
Yeah. Oh, thank you.
It's what Wall
Radio.
Wall Radio.
W-A-L-L.
Is it? That's got to be AM.
Well, there's the AM and FM. It's like it's like 1340 AM locally and 93.9 or something.
I love that you know that.
On FM. Yeah.
You could put a gun to my head. I'd be like, I have no idea.
Well,
sorry.
You don't tune it in. And if you did, you'd say, "Why am I listening to this?" So I can dig it.
If I wanted to listen to Wall, I would probably go to wallradio.com and find it.
You could figure it out.
But we do. I'm looking at a whole contraption over there that's designed to bring in radio.
Mm-hmm. It doesn't do great on AM, but it brings us FM for now. I need to put it in.
Oh, do we have a Twitter? Yeah, Velveteen Lounge. Mm-hmm. I also have, oh my God, I have so many Twitters that I never use. But
there's a few things.
Velveteen Lounge. I also have Kelly C. Patterson, which is my acting Twitter. Mm-hmm. Ellen Waite's Movie, I believe, is also a Twitter. And Cousin Glendora also has a Twitter.
Yep.
I need to do better on Twitter.
Well, you do a lot on Twitter. You post a lot of stuff there.
No, I'm terrible on social media.
If you're terrible, I'm the bottom of the barrel. So.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. We try.
I don't know. I don't have time. I don't know what to post. I suck.
No one can do all of these things. We were trying to get to you a couple hours every Wednesday. It's a lot,
I love the Wednesday broadcast. This is the fun part.
Here we go. And thank you, our audience, for adding to what the hell I was saying. Yes. So we actually have, 2 of the split-ins become Crowded House. And they're touring too. And you have tickets for them.
Oh my gosh.
Oh man. Yeah. Yeah, you are going to have that. It's absolutely true. But I remember them. I remember them very specifically, like I remember the English Beat, and then suddenly they're a different band, just like that.
Funny what oldies encompasses now. Exactly, right?
Well, and
never thought of Motley Crue as oldies.
If the Crew is oldies, well, the material is 35 years old.
Oh,
just saying.
That's terrible.
If you saw that docudrama of them that was on Netflix?
Oh, it's on one of the streamers. I don't remember.
Yeah, it's not great. But it's highly entertaining, so I can kind of recommend it that way.
Oh, time to reveal the Ellen Waiting store name. Oh, yeah, we had the contest.
We did indeed.
To name the store.
Thank you very much.
In our movie. And thank you to everyone who entered. It was not easy.
No, it wasn't. There were a lot of great suggestions.
And there were a lot of suggestions that we looked up and like, nope, that's trademarked.
When you take a look at the USPTO, who has decided to register this as a trademark or even a phrase that sounds very similar to that? There were a lot of things that were so close.
We had an entry on, well, we had a couple. We had Cheap Cheeps.
Yeah.
That was trademarked.
That literally days ago, somebody trademarked Cheap Cheeps.
Yeah, it was trademarked like 2 weeks ago. Believe it or not.
Okay. Well, that was that.
And then someone suggested Holler Dollar trademarked. A lot of them were trademarked.
Holler Dollar. And there were a lot of variations on Dollar Holler, Holla Dollar for a dollar kind of thing. It was a ton of stuff that was so close.
You need a docudrama. Oh, hi, Mark.
Hey, Mark.
Docudrama of the Stooges.
Hey, Kramer.
Well, yeah.
There's a great documentary about the Stooges.
Have you seen poor Vince Neil lately? Oh, no.
Oh, man.
Oh, jeez. Oh. Oh, Adam says, I saw English Beat open for cake. Oh, in Boston. Nice.
This, of course, is not the 60s group, the cake. This is the new
but
cake.
Anyway. Okay, so the winner of the store naming challenge.
Ready? Ching!
The Cash Pit.
The Cash Pit. We went
entered by Chris Bannister.
We
Chris Turbo Bannister.
Turbo God.
Turbo God Bannister, yes.
We actually went through several of these names. And we had to eliminate some because they were just very, very close to actual copyright. We obviously can't do something that's an exact name, but if it's so close, you know you're just going to hear from the attorneys. So, like, fine.
I don't have time to respond to cease and desist letters.
Not on a short movie. But of the names, we actually narrowed it down, and we just kind of drew straws and bam, and we went within the Cash Pit of the thing. And of course, you will see his picture inside the film because he suggested
and Sue's because she was the runner-up for Caveat Emptorium.
I kind of love that in a real way, and it's interesting how many people have registered Caveat Emptor as a trademark. Really?
Which just doesn't. How can you do that
for a store name? Interesting, but true.
I feel like if you can trademark a Latin phrase, like, okay.
Yep. So, Michael, I think you are correct. Because I remember General Public, and then suddenly FYC was there. I think it's like various combinations of these musicians were all three bands. But I became aware of English Beat like 5 minutes before they dissolved into something else. So, there we go.
Oh, Altered Images. Oh.
Altered. Oh, yeah. Happy birthday indeed.
Oh, no. What happened to Phil Collins?
Well, actually, we knew people who saw Phil Collins. We know people who have seen Phil Collins recently with Genesis on tour. Apparently, that's their final. And he's got, I think, like a degenerative back thing that is really getting in trouble. Yeah, he can't even sit at the drum kit anymore. So it's kind of unfortunate. The voice is still there. We saw
and then there was some horrible thing with his wife, like not letting him in the house.
Oh, there was all that BS. Yeah.
There was some drama.
Yeah, there was.
I don't know.
No. Crazy. And boom. But anyway, I'm still enjoying, and this is, I gotta crack the bottle. So this is the Angostura Chill. There are two varieties of this. The chill version of it. This is the one that is sorrel and bitters, and I also picked up a bottle of blood orange soda and bitters. And sorrel with a dash of Angostura. I think it could use a little more Angostura, to tell you the truth, because this is Angostura. I think they want to make that more forward.
I feel like if you're Angostura, you could probably add more Angostura to
and the lemon lime and bitters, which is the same series of soda.
He's not doing well physically.
Very forward with the Angostura.
That's really sad.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you, River City Handsome. Oh, I'm excited.
Oh, much appreciated. Yeah. Much appreciated. Definitely.
I want something else, but not a cocktail because...
We've had a few, and
But I want
You're
something
probably good
else.
with
I want to keep the party going.
Well, we got the party started. We got to keep the party going. Now, there's another soda out there if you want to have a mixer, and we have other mixers, and there
I'll
are things
figure
that
it
we
out.
done.
I'll be right back.
I'm sure you can figure it out,
I'll be right back.
but definitely. You're Skinnerd. Oh, wow. Meatloaf's last years, yeah, and then of course he really kind of flipped out on the political scene, which was like, why do you want to bother, dude? But some of these guys do that. Kind of a drag. All sorts of people decide to completely flip, and then I think, well, yeah, and we also recently saw The Association, and this was just like 5 guys playing the music. They were just there to deliver a show. They come out immediately with Windy. Bam! They just did that. They played all their hits. They played some really unusual stuff. They played some pretty chilling stuff, as a matter of fact. I thought they were great. And all sorts of groups are touring. It's worth seeing. You know?
I have an idea.
Are they still doing it? That's a lot of fun.
I have an idea.
You have a clue?
No, but I have an idea.
Mr. President, I have a plan. So.
I do have a plan.
Yeah.
Oh, show. Good show.
Yeah, we can do that.
There you go.
Is somebody trying to block you?
Oh, yeah, they were.
Oh, okay. Well, we're not trying to block you. Thank you,
No,
River City.
We have to moderate on the fly.
I know. Because we get people come. We've had these strange like outbursts of Cyrillic language happening on our channel here recently, and it's just all these spammers.
It's Neil is aged like a Vegas bar stool, heavy, wrinkled, and rumpled. Oh no! Oh.
Well, Elizabeth, the man lived the hard rock lifestyle, and that's gonna do it to you.
Gotta pay the piper, I
man.
guess.
He paid. He's paying.
He's paying the piper.
He's paying as it is there.
All right.
Janet Tikiat. And thank you so much.
Yes.
We really appreciate that.
Poor meatloaf.
Yeah.
No.
Good old meat.
Good old meat.
Meat. Album produced
Good
by.
old meat.
His big hit album produced by and guitar provided by Todd Rundgren. There you go.
I have no idea who produced most people's records.
I just recall that from, I've heard a lot of these things. Rundgren spent a lot of time producing other people's records in the 70s, and that one was pretty prominent, of course.
Hi, Abra. Good to see you.
Hello.
Yay. Wait, hold on. Make a drink called the Sugar Bowl in honor of Scottsdale. Oh my gosh, my grandmother used to take us to the Sugar Bowl.
Gonna get teary here, I gotta tell you.
When I was
That's
growing
awesome.
up, my grandmother lived in Scottsdale, and she took us to the Sugar Bowl.
And didn't the Sugar Bowl have some cartoons from local
Bill
resident
Keane.
Bill Keane?
Yes. Oh, I'm gonna
Isn't that
cry.
great?
Oh, I'm getting all teary.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
Keane did a whole lot of stuff that is probably seen as fairly treacly today. But if you look at some of his other stuff, he had a real blue sense of humor. So.
Is this clean? Ish.
Could be better.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Let's do another one. I'm going to do a Sugar Bowl cocktail.
Yo!
Because my grandmother.
Oh.
Oh, jeez. All right. This is going to be a light cocktail. Well, I don't know. I shouldn't say that. It's like, oh, it's going to be light, and then it has like full booze. Don't listen to me.
I tried to do a light cocktail, then I had to have more booze.
Don't listen to me.
Oh, shucks.
Thank you. Oh, we're clean now?
It's clean.
All right. Well, so I have an Angry Orchard
Hard cider.
strawberry.
Angry is made, it's a co-brand between Boston Beer, I believe, and one of our local companies.
It's made.
The orchards are local. They're
Close by.
growing those apples. And they're
Right.
what do they call it? Stone dry. They make a stone dry cider.
Oh, that's really
just
good. All
brilliant.
right.
That is the killer. But they have a whole summer pack here, which has the fruit flavors. And we tried the mango, which was very good. So we're trying the strawberry.
I'm going ingredients shopping. I'll be right back.
Check that
Oh,
out,
I
shall
just
we?
had a really good idea. Okay, all
I
right.
like good ideas.
Got it. All right.
Well, that was easy.
So you have the Grand Marnier over here.
We got Marnier.
Okay. So.
Ah. Okay, well, check that out. Remember? Much appreciated. What do you got going on here? Some tequila, I believe.
I'm gonna do a margarita-esque thingy, but I'm going to top it with strawberry cider.
How much to go?
I think 1 ounce.
I just want to get these proportions.
Is the tequila
in
advance. It's right in front of me. Never mind. It's right in front of me.
We're not going to say anything. She'd figure it out. She did.
I did. I figured it out quickly and without knocking it over.
Didn't take any time.
So, deal with that. All right.
So fill
Oh my
glass.
gosh, our ice is like one big hunk right now. Okay. There we go. All right. Do we have a measure?
What do you need for measure?
One of those. Something that will measure 1 ounce. All right.
That'll measure an
Awesome.
ounce. Boom.
1 ounce.
Was looking specifically for the pony in the shot. So there we go.
I'm going to say Reposado tequila.
Yeah, okay, I'll put that in there.
All right. Which is what I've got.
I would always recommend that. It's been rested a while. It's developed a nice flavor. It's a great mixer.
It's rested.
Yeah.
It's ready.
It's
okay.
rested. It's ready for you.
All right. And let's do...
Mm-hmm.
These are not the proportions I would do for a margarita, but I'm not making a margarita. 1/2 ounce Grand Marnier. And a 1/2 ounce fresh lemon juice. Or lime, if you have it, whatever. You could do a salt rim. That would have been a great idea if I had been prepared for that.
We weren't, and that's okay.
And then I'm going to top it in my double old-fashioned glass with some strawberry cider. I think it's going to need bitters. Very bad.
Yeah. I gotta kill that. There we go.
2 dashes aromatic bitters. I think that will be good.
And there we go. Boom.
All right.
Pardon me.
Boom.
Give it a stir. Fry it out. And see where we got. That sounds great. That smells good. Definitely. The strawberry cider is a little sweet, but in combination with all those other ingredients, particularly the sour and the bitters, that's going to balance out.
I mean, it is good.
But definitely.
I think it still wants one more note.
Think about it. Think about it.
Uh-oh, what? What am I missing?
River actually saw Kiss in 1974. Wow.
Oh my gosh.
First year, like before they were even well known, before they had a hit record. Oh, and Errol's trying to make some hard cider. That's a good instinct. I'm just saying.
I'm going to just do like 4 more dashes of the aromatic bitters.
I'm going to put that in.
I don't think it needs anything different so much as just more.
More of that particular thing. 6 dashes of aromatic. You can add a lot of dashes of aromatic sometimes. That's what it needs.
Oh, that's good. Okay, all right. It needed that.
So, anyway. Let's try that out.
Don't drop it.
Not dropping it. That's nice. I'm getting all of those notes.
Okay.
It's not overtly sweet. I'm definitely getting the strawberry. That's a good thing.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh my gosh. Making mead. Oh my gosh.
Wow. That's cool. Great fermented honey.
Oh, River City Handsome is asking, do we have an ice maker? We used to have an ice maker and it broke.
Yep, it does.
So we've been like buying our ice.
We just buy the ice.
Then.
You can get ice many
I want to
places.
get one of the pellet ice makers. I really do.
If you don't have that, you can go to Sonic and apparently buy the pellet ice. They sell it to you. Blah, blah, blah.
No, we need a pellet ice
But I think we
maker.
could probably get that. That's not a big deal.
But yeah, but ever since our ice maker broke, we've just been buying it.
I mean, it's a refrigerator. The one of those widgets in there is going to break. I thought I could fix it, and I just didn't get to it soon enough. I did fix the fridge out there because I figured out what was the problem. And, oh yeah, Eric?
Oh, the types of ice. I know. I feel you.
You're talking about weirdo songs? How about top 40?
Oh, Timothy. Timothy.
Yeah.
Timothy.
Yeah, we know that one. That is...
I love Timothy.
That is like
so weird.
Spring of 1971 at the exact same period where you have a song called DOA by a band called Blood Rock from Texas.
Oh, God.
Wow. That's just macabre. Now, I remember hearing that on my local station years later, and I just thought, oh, this is just really freaky. Just a weird song. And actually, I like DOA. I think they rock out pretty hard. That is just a strange kind of thing. Yep. Oh, yeah. Meat up.
Oh, yeah, all the ice. I know. We have the big blocks of ice, and we have the ice crusher. Yes.
We have the ice trays that'll make the huge cubes like I used earlier this evening just to like get something going. I like that in a drink. If you're going to go for like an ounce and a half of single malt scotch over a cube, big cube, that's the way to go.
Oh, River City Handsome, we do take donations.
I'll take donations and I'll take a recommendation for a big ice maker over there.
Yeah, we do. We need a pellet ice maker. I was thinking about that a couple of days ago. I was thinking, yeah, you know, any self-respecting YouTube bar would have a pellet ice maker.
By this point in time.
Oh, some endorsements. You're the best.
We would endorse a number of products if we could. We have had sponsored products on the show. Tonight we do not have. So anything I've been talking about, including the Angostura sodas, no, I just bought those.
We got the Kahlua and Cream. I love me some Kahlua.
Kahlua is good, and I happen to like Crown. Some people are thinking, well, it's not that great. I'm like, it's actually a really nice whiskey.
River City Handsome, I'm loving you this evening. Thank you. I love big chill appliances.
They're just fantastic. Now, they did not provide our current stove, which is a nicer appliance in the
We did buy a really fabulous retro stove,
it's a pretty fab
but it
retro
wasn't
stove.
a big chill.
No. And it was delivered, and I helped the guy, like, crank it up the stairs and, like, muscle it into position and whatnot and got it installed. And it was so much more efficient and nicer than what was there before, gotta say.
I love it.
Buy yourself a good stove, it'll help out. It was so much better that it cooked Thanksgiving last year an hour ahead of schedule. I was literally done
he's
an hour
texting me like, dinner's ready.
Yeah, we're done.
Come home.
Come home. Get over here. Literally, like, 4.5 hours turned into 3.5 hours, like that. That's a convection oven.
That's what happens when you have
a real oven
that works.
Seals nicely. Yeah, seriously.
Oh. Yeah. The ice maker.
Ice maker cometh. So.
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
I love it. First, you could get John Tapper as a guest, and he could hook you up with a free. Oh. Okay. I love it. Oh, Oliver used to drink Kahlua and Cream as a sombrero back in the day. That's one of the things we learned to make in bartending school. Back before the whole craft cocktail phenomenon, I did a bartending course that was like, oh, you could get a job bartending in restaurants. And I did actually work some catering parties, but this was before people were making good drinks. So we learned to make things like the Godmother and the Godfather. And what we were talking about one earlier, which is the bocce ball. The bocce ball. Yeah. Sex on the beach.
Yeah. Does anybody actually drink Sex on the Beach?
The Cape Codder. Does anyone drink these things anymore?
I'm just asking. Long Island iced tea. You learn to make that one too.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, jeez. Hello.
Oh, John. Well, we would love to see you anytime. Oh, you're so sweet. Thank you.
Talk to us in private message. We'll figure this stuff out. Happy to do so.
So sweet. What are you making?
Oh, I'm just kind of like freelancing in the glass here.
Freelancing in the glass.
I filled it up with cider, added some lemon because that's a little too sweet. A couple of dashes of the cocoa bitters. I thought that was a fun idea. Some chinar for some more bitter. And thank you. What else needs to go in there? We need a base liquor because so far this is
Kahlua, Bailey's, and Grandma B52.
Oh.
You know, I don't consider Kahlua ordinarily, like I'm not going to say I never use it in a cocktail, but I kind of consider it dessert. Like when we're in Mexico and they come to the table, I'm like, would you like dessert? I'm like, I'll just have a Kahlua.
Hey, Kahlua.
I feel like that's a perfect dessert.
It really is. A liqueur over like one rock in a glass like this. That's the idea. And when we're in Mexico, we are in the eastern of the Yucatan Peninsula, and you can find a liqueur there called Staubenton.
Oh,
that's
Staubenton.
really nice over a rock. It is honey and anise flavored liqueur. And it is pretty alien to the rest of Mexico, but in the eastern Yucatan, that's the thing. So
Eric says I would never have sex on the beach. I know, right? Why would you?
Well, if you do, you're dealing with
sand.
Well, I don't need to describe it. So.
Adam says the bowling alley near my house does $3 Long Island iced tea on Wednesdays, and the place is packed. I have no doubt.
Be still the heart. And if you have too many of those, be still the heart. Wow. Oh, wow. Ha, ha, ha. We've made that on the show before, and I got to say, I like it. Well made. And if it's coming from a well,
I have to. I'm
probably not well made.
Back. Lisa says Errol took me to see Fleetwood Mac back in 2009. It was awesome, but I had my finals the next morning. I was freaking out, not taking the extra time to study. Oh.
I tell you.
I would be with you. I would be so freaked out.
Well, that's so hard on you gals because.
Well, no, I think probably men feel that way too, but.
Well, yeah, probably, but I don't know. But you work so hard. I'm just thinking that that's a lot of pressure on you, and at the time you're just trying to enjoy Fleetwood Mac. So.
Jeez.
So I just mixed up another little thing, which was mostly the cider, about an ounce of, what did I use? Oh, the wild turkey, ounce of bourbon, just like a dash of the chinar, and some of the cocoa bitters for that flavor, and also some of the lemon, some of the fresh lemon. So that's a nice little thing. If you want a sort of a session drink, keep it light on the base and put in your fillers. And keep it balanced.
Well, River City Handsome, thank you. Well, since you asked, I'll put we've got Venmo and PayPal.
We have a banner at the bottom of the screen here, which allows you to shop our Amazon store. And that supports us directly and is very appreciated. However, you can also donate directly to PayPal, and that would help. We're doing here.
I feel like I have to check this.
Okay, yeah.
I think our Venmo is Velveteen Lounge. I just want to make sure.
Haven't seen it in a while. Yeah.
I just want to make sure.
I can't see I've seen it in a long time myself, so I understand.
Velveteen Lounge. Yeah. I'm positive. I'm so positive. Oh no, it wants to send us a code.
Well, it probably is correct.
My phone is powering this broadcast. I'm just going to say Velveteen. It's Velveteen Lounge.
Check it out.
That's all I ever use.
Tell you what, if that fails, send us a personal and we'll figure it out. It's hard to do that during a broadcast. I know. Mm-hmm.
I'm going to watch it now. River City Handsome. Thank you. Okay. Hello, Joe. Good to see you.
Hey.
Crown Royal Vanilla.
Vanilla.
Oh, we haven't had that. I've seen that in the store.
This is Crown Royal Vanilla and the candy apple, that kind of stuff.
You're so sweet, River City Handsome. Thank you. I appreciate that so much. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're Velveteen Lounge most places. Yeah. So it was hard on Lisa because of her. I don't have to worry about anything. Oh,
this day last year. I might be able to, but I shouldn't. That's very, very true. We're not here. Today's episode is about relaxation, taking it easy, that kind of thing. We're talking about drinks called the Bourbon Ball. The Bourbon Ball was good and actually featured an actual bourbon ball perched on top of it. The bourbon balls are good. I think we still have the ball.
Ta-da!
Ba-na-na-na. These are not particularly difficult to make, and they're just great. Bourbon and cooking? Fun idea. Well, this isn't really cooking. This is sort of assembling, isn't it?
It's assembling.
It's assembling. But you did it. It's a lot of work, and I got to say, you got to crush up all those wafers to make that work.
Oh, Michael's saying, I saw Bruce Springsteen at the Oakland Coliseum in 1984. Oh, my gosh.
Oh, wow.
His Broadway show, I don't think it's on now.
I think it's done.
I think it's done, but apparently that went like all night.
It was a big, big thing. And the fact is that, like, the typical...
Hi, Carradine.
The typical Bruce live show is noted to go for something like 3 hours. It's like, oh, you came? Let's give you your money's worth. Well, I really have to appreciate an artist who does that. We've seen a number of shows over the past several years. And I got to say, all of the performers tended to give you a lot of material, you know? When the show is done and it's completely done, sometimes they'll come out and say, all right, fine, 2 more songs, you know? What do you got? Sometimes they can go for a really long time. But if they're on tour, I don't expect them to be
Although it was
Superman.
funny, when we saw The Association recently, which was a great show.
It's a really great show.
I think we got there. The show started at 8, and we got there at 8, and they were already playing Windy.
They were already in.
We're like, oh my God, what time did they start?
Great.
I'm used to shows starting at 8:05.
Yeah.
But they did play Windy again at the end, so we didn't miss it.
Bonus Windy, gotta say.
That was
fantastic.
funny.
And at the end of the show, I believe it was Jules, who was the one original member of the group, said, yeah, that's all we got, and we're old men. Bam, we're gone. You know?
Karen saw Bruce, and it was a 4-hour show.
Oh, good
I have
grief.
no doubt.
Yeah.
I've heard that. Yeah.
Dude, they put out these epics. The band is just ready to rock out for a long, long time. And I know, like, you're standing on stage forever. We've done it. It's rough. I got to credit these guys. These guys and dolls, they go out there and do it.
Yep.
Yep.
Last night they filmed the video dancing. Oh my gosh, you were there for that?
Hello.
Wow. I'm impressed.
Who was the gal featured?
Hi, Kalaka boy. Good to see you.
May the 4th, absolutely.
What would you suggest for simple, well-balanced appetizers? Oh, Carol Ann, hello. Good to see you.
Yes, hello.
All right. Simple, well-balanced appetizers.
It's really hard to go wrong with those little, like, rye toasts and then a little bit of salmon and a little something on top of that.
Yeah, yeah.
You want to put a little cream cheese, or you want to put some capers, a sprig of dill, that kind of stuff. That's very simple and good. And then you could actually do, like, the rye toasts or the pumpernickel toasts.
Are you vegan or do you do meat? Because
that's good to know.
Yeah, because
Well,
I'll give you different suggestions depending on
based on
how you
this
roll.
or the other.
Yeah, depending on how you roll.
Yeah.
Oh, National Boogie. Oh, we're not, but sounds fun.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, 5-4. It's Dave Brubeck's day. Oh my gosh.
I never thought of that, but actually I have thought of that in the past. Yeah.
Oh.
The album is Time Out, and that, of course, is just brilliant. When people would ask me about, like, well...
for Easter.
What is non-standard time? And it's like 5-4, I'd say Dave Brubeck. And suddenly they understand it, like, just like that. Time Out.
Oh, Eric says, I play belly dance drum, and people don't understand the musicians work as hard as the dancers. Oh.
Oh, yeah. Of course they do.
Of course they do.
It's a ton.
Okay.
It's a ton.
I'll eat anything that won't bug me first. Okay, Carol Ann. I love it. Okay, yeah. So the salmon idea. You can do shrimp. It will disappear like crazy. But
yes, because
everyone loves shrimp.
They eat it like popcorn.
Who eats shrimp? Yeah, people eat it like popcorn.
What else is good for that? I'm trying to think of what we make around
I'm thinking of easy.
with frequency.
My latest thing that I've been putting out, which is no effort whatsoever, is the peanut butter filled pretzels. Mm-hmm. They're like crack. Yeah. People just eat that stuff.
They're pre-done and
like
ready to
crazy.
Go. Absolutely.
Yeah.
And any kind of dips is good. You can get pre-made hummus, and you can put all sorts of things in that. You can actually buy a pepper and slice it up. You can get the baby carrots done.
Tomorrow's Cinco de Mayo. Do you have any margarita ideas? I do have one.
Excellent ideas for you.
All right.
As it turns out.
If you like hot stuff, you could make a margarita and substitute some ancho reyes for the orange.
For the orange liqueur. This is sweet but also hot. That's
a
great
you like some
stuff.
Spice?
Great stuff. Absolutely.
I'll put it over here next to the tequila.
Yep. Put that with your standard sour.
Oh,
shake it up, pour it in.
Saying having trouble finding the lounge on PayPal. Okay, I'm like,
mm-hmm. It's good to know. And with the margarita variations, that sounds like sort of a Frank Zappa album, doesn't it? The margarita variations.
They're trying to sell me alone.
For a long time. You could do a lot with that. A tequila base with your sour, and then you choose the sweet stuff. Well, you could choose sweet bitter, you could choose sweet hot, you could choose just a regular sweet. We were talking about Marnier or Cointreau is obviously what you would put in that sort of thing. We have some liqueurs from Giffard that are passion fruit. There's grapefruit.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, what else do we have here? But yes, there's a lot of great things you can throw into a margarita that is just variations on the theme. It's a simple sour. If you're saying to yourself, well, somebody made me one of those and it was kind of like small and it was kind of heavy.
Oh my gosh.
Well, a properly made margarita is actually a good tequila sour in a glass this size. It's not this huge thing that's green. So you got to bear in mind, you can't just nurse that alone all evening. So if you wanted to just sort of level that out, if you could put a topper on that, margarita with a topper of bubbles like Prosecco. Yeah. That's a good idea. We do that sort of thing frequently. It's really into the French 75 territory. That's a good idea. What do you got?
Sorry, I'm just...
Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm trying...
I don't want to motor over what you're doing.
No, I'm just trying to figure this out. This is so weird.
Oh, it's just not
PayPal.
there? They freak you out for no reason.
What is POS? Well, you said it, PayPal, not me.
I'm not going to comment on that live.
You said it, PayPal, not me.
I'm just saying.
Hold on.
We try.
Oh my gosh.
What else is in the
PayPal
margarita
got so
variations?
confusing.
Oh, it did. There's also a lot of great hot bitters out there. There are things which will give you a lot of heat
crypto
in an infusion.
No, I'm not trying to buy and sell crypto.
Probably not.
Jeez Louise.
But I was talking about the hot bitters, and there's a few good ones out there, like Boy Drinks World, that will add like a lot of heat to your drink with no sweetness. And that's, if you just want the heat, that's a good thing. So that's a smart move. And you could literally make something really strong with a topper or something a lot lighter with just a bit of the base liquor. And it's sort of an inverted drink. It's like you could make a French 75 or an inverted 75, that kind of thing, with the base of tequila. And again, we always recommend go with a reposado tequila. Just give yourself some good flavor to start with. We happen to be very fond of the Humidor, but there's also Camarena, which is frequently found in Altos. You can frequently find that at a quite nice price. It's really good stuff. It's a good mixer. It's a good way to go. And you could go to the liquor store and buy the packet of
this is crazy
green stuff and make a really huge drink, and it's just a lot of sour mix, and it's like I would probably recommend that you start with like a really more of a standard margarita.
I got rid of our landline that we haven't had for like 15 years.
Maybe 20.
I guess I haven't been checking into PayPal.
I guess I should do that more often. Yeah, I haven't checked into PayPal ever, so I'm one to
God,
talk
I feel
over
like
here.
such a loser. I feel like such a loser.
You're
oh
not
my God.
a loser.
Oh my
Jeez.
God.
Come
okay,
on.
hold on.
Just trying to make these things work.
Ugh.
So if that didn't work for you, it's probably because it's not working for us.
This is why I'm not wealthy. All right.
Trying to make it work properly. Oh, so many steps.
Right. We should be Velveteen Lounge. PayPal. We're definitely Velveteen Lounge on Venmo. Oh, I gotta figure this out later. I don't know. Oh, Suns versus Mavericks. Oh my gosh.
There we go.
We're buying time while selling our livers, baby. I gotta figure this out when I don't have 2.5 drinks in me, but that's crazy.
All right. We have a vote for two
what
votes
does
for
the
house
kitchen
tour.
and the kitchen look like? Oh.
2 votes for house tour.
All right.
Well, I think next week
Next week
we
we'll
could
do a
that
house
kind
tour.
of thing.
Next week we'll do a house tour. I'll clean.
Can make these sort of things work. Oh.
Watermelon and Easter egg. Oh my gosh. Are people switching? Oh yeah. I've been using Venmo, but you know, you gotta have PayPal. And I know I'm Velveteen Lounge on PayPal, but if people can't find it, then what good is it?
It would be good to know exactly what we'll get there. We're just saying it's true.
We'll figure it out. Oh my gosh.
Well, folks, that's a lot. And
What's a landline? I know we haven't had a landline in like...
What? What is?
I'm looking at our PayPal account going like, wow, we haven't had that phone number for 15 years anyway.
I really can't name exactly how long it's been, but if I thought about it, I might narrow in.
Oh, it's so humiliating. Like,
know.
Seriously, I know you guys get it, but at the same time, I'm like, wow,
you do.
We need an intern. We need an intern.
We try so hard. We're just trying to deliver all we deliver to you on a weekly basis, which is about 4 drinks and a few snacks.
Oh, wait, hold on.
It's easy. It should be easy.
Oh, hip deal for quality and classy snow. Oh, El River City Handsome.
Thank you.
Thank you. So
That's
sweet.
marvelous.
Oh.
We didn't have one of those pellet ice things, but we had one that would deliver these sort of cylindrical ice cubes. And, you know, they were good.
They were good.
And
it was great.
I would happily deal with that again anytime because it was a good machine. So we can see what we can do with that. So.
All right.
So.
He's signaling me that it's time.
Is it about that time? We've had some great.
I'm gonna go figure out
drinks.
what our PayPal is.
Take your time. You got it. You got it.
After we log off.
Oh, I know. But we've had, I think, 5 drinks here tonight. Some fantastic things.
Yes.
Some of them for Mother. I actually distinctly produced something for Mother's Day because I couldn't find anything.
Oh,
And then you
Amy,
found
I
your
feel
drinks.
you. I feel you, Amy.
Oh, yeah. Seriously. It's just time. Time moves on. But we had some great things with our local cider.
Ice is important.
Ice is important. And we had some great tall ones. And we've really been working these like spherical glasses, which I like a lot. That's a great old-fashioned glass. But yeah, some great bases. And we were trying for comforting drinks. I think we delivered you 5 things that would ease your mind. Just like that.
You're easing my mind right now.
Including Bourbon Balls. Fantastic.
Oh.
Well, these things always inspire more things. We're kind of thinking about house tour next week.
Oh, Eric says, love the videos where young people try to work old tech.
Oh.
Oh.
Yeah, gotta love it.
Yeah.
But simply, as always, thank you so much for being here. Otherwise, I would be spitting to the wind because I can't do it alone.
We love you. Thank you so much for joining us.
If we have an audience, we can go forever.
Yes.
And thanks for the comments. We're going to incorporate them with what we're doing. I think we're going to work on that thing for next week.
Our PayPal.
Oh, Bless you, because I can't figure it out, people.
Oh,
And
oh, jeez, Elizabeth.
great stuff. Great things happening. Some good suggestions. If you haven't been addressed here, just drop us a personal. We'll figure it out. And as always, in no time, where you are, same bad time, same bad channel.